And here's a new poem, again based on a film set, about how sound decays and the sounds of poems linger. And there is one thing in the poem I want to explain. We did learn through special education that there are 7 senses, not 5. There's tilt, which is vestibular, the sense of tipping. There's heft, which is the sense of gravity, proprioceptive sense. This is before you get to the uncanny. Room tone. Oh, and it has an epigraph from an old Welsh song called the Ash Grove, which is all about how the trees capture the whisper of those loved dead and long gone. With soft whispers laden, its leaves rustle o'er me. 1. The coffee steams, its pale mug's own reflection, a trembling crescent on the shaking table where writing rings the surface, rings rebounding. One's face in sepia wobbles, only clear when one has stopped to listen. Now a slurp. The coffee clears the head, and for a moment, the sinuses allow the inner ear to settle into balance, the deep core to the chair. These 6th and 7th senses, tilt and heft, vestibular and proprioceptive, displace the old 6th sense, that sense of someone watching, or of uncanny presence, immanence, afflicting each alone, but which perhaps can be transmitted, caught like awe, preserved by ghostlier technologies for those to come. 2. A woman rises from the kitchen table, taking her mug of coffee to the sink, where she pauses for a moment and looks out of the window. That's what's in the script. It's solitary, meditative, poignant. But there are 15 other people working in that illusion of an empty kitchen. And before they strike the lights, plug in the fridge, restart the grandfather clock, the fish tank filter, the air conditioner, or the fluorescence, and open doors and windows to the world, they tape a moment's room tone for the editor, because the actor was not actually alone. What's needed is the sound of people's silence. Each member of the crew must sit or stand the way they were when lines were being spoken. Their bodies, breaths, their rumbling guts, their thoughts attend upon and pace and shape this silence, that every word may occupy real space and each decay into believability. Some ache inevitably for their own coffee. Some stare at bookshelves, dreaming the stored sound of their own voices reading to themselves. Some think about themselves at different pitches. So, re, mi. 3. So you, reading this, are not by yourself. I may not hear you, but I know you're there. Listen. The treble plash and fading trickle of my cooled coffee slopped into the sink are foleyed from the shelves inside the shell of your inner ear. Lake water lapping, licking on marble in the Grand Canal, the channel grating, the grinding gulf. My cup is full tonight. Outside the window, where one always looks, is nothing. It's a set. One quick selection supplies the rustling trees, the children's voices, the thudding down the lawn, the creaking swing. Each song the memory of an invitation. There are so many ways to leave this room. Thank you so much. But thank you all so much for coming.
Thank you, Meredith. That was wonderful.